different region and you're at a different stage in the business, it's so important to refocus your mind. Or else, we can do the amazing training today, and it's not going to benefit you. Does that make sense? So now, today we, again, focus on how to get a new business partner started. Okay, isn't that a lot of people's focus? So today is centered on new business partner duplication with NUOT and open box training, and also the importance of conducting, HBP and ABC training, as well as tomorrow we're going to do the basic 5. Okay, which you will find out, Chris, you'll find out about UFO program tomorrow because we're going to be talking about that in basic 5. Okay, so our very first topic is open box training. Okay, so if you're doing recording, you might want to restart for each topic. So after, so now we're going to talk about open box, right? So just wanted to, and Miss Liu is very, very diligent in terms of recording. Who else is also very good at recording? Guo, right? Kathy. Miss Liu always calls Kathy Guo, Guo, meow, meow. Right? So Kathy is so good in terms of recording, right? It's we have to focus on duplication, right, guys? Yes. So what's the best duplication? You create it once, but can be used infinitely. Yes. So we have to always focus on tools and tools, not just yourself, self. I used to, not pay as close attention to file management. But I realized that's why I'm always doing the same thing. Myself telling a new person. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So we need to create tools that can scale up infinitely. So tools that can scale up infinitely, duplication on note cards. So today, before I bring up our speaker, this is what we do, right? We create index cards duplication. Okay, each topic, because you can't, your mind, JR already told us, our mind is not here to memorize digits or codes or phrases. Does that make sense? No. Our mind is to do what? To think, create, and choose. Okay, he talked about that several times this past weekend. Our mind is not to memorize. Our mind is to think, create, and choose. Okay, so index cards is our great tool. Later you will see all of the handwriting. Why do we write down things? Right? Writing down things is so different than typing in the computer and typing on your phone. I can type all I want on my phone. It doesn't register in my mind. Isn't that interesting? But if I write down once, I got it. Right? This product, I own it for life. So we're going to create index card duplication that really encourage all the teams to go home and do the same thing, right? Different segments of recording. So next, we're going to focus on open box training. Why is open box training so important? Okay, our Market America model is build a product, then power by people. Okay, the product. That's the first, the easiest way, the fastest way for us to instill belief in someone. Do we agree? Because when we talk about business and structure, it takes time for people to understand and gain belief. But products, if the products work, the business work because they feel the products and they can right away create that shopping annuity household. Okay? And remember, every time I always remind myself how we train our new business partner. In the first 3 months will determine this new person's production and productivity for the rest of their Market America journey. Okay? If we train this person to drink the products on the three cap type of mentality, this person will tend to do that kind of production in the next quarter. But if we can train this person to drink what? 10 cap, OBC3. How many of us have been doing the 20-day cap challenge? Yep. Right? Our team's been posting pictures, 10 caps in the morning, 10 caps at night. Okay? So that kind of duplication is what we want for future duplication, right? So open box training is where you not only do the selling on the importance of product usage and teach them the importance of converting spending into earning and let them fall in love with products and also creating that perfect duplication. And right away, you can gain that trust and build a bond relationship to get them plug into an ABC training. Okay, so I really want to bring up one of our great pioneer of the Young Entrepreneur team and also a great leader. And he's definitely a great example of follow right into leadership. Okay, one of the most coachable business partner that we have in our team. And he started with really shy and no business background, but now with Market America, he's not only highly respected in our team and someone who's always focused on the right, doing things right and also doing the right thing and doing things right. Okay, and I really admire this gentleman because his ability of growing and changing. Okay, so that's why I think he's not only became obviously a professional coordinator, making the 45 to 7,500 every 4 weeks residual income, but most importantly, it's the ability that determines and the mindset of growing and learning that determines where he will be. So, without further ado, I really want to borrow everyone's hand to bring up Wayne Chang to show everyone open box training.
Hi, thank you so much, Olivia, and also all the leaders and everyone give me this opportunity to share. And good morning, everyone. Good morning. So for the people who don't know me, let me introduce myself a little bit more. And my name is Wayne. Came to the States about 12 years ago for my for better education environment with my family. And since we moved here, I saw my parents. They even work harder than in Taiwan. Every single week, at least 80 to 100 hours to just put food on the table. But we thought as long as we work hard, eventually we can get our American dream happen. But forget about the lifestyle. But we barely make a living. That means what? We still live in other people's basement, and they even sacrifice their health to just make the money for the family. So that's the time for me to realize that, working hard is just the minimum, but we have to work smart. So really thanks for Benson who introduced the business to me. And at that time, you just simply tell me, Wayne, I have an opportunity, also a friend just similar like you, working in the restaurants, and parents also working in the restaurants, but, they don't know what they want to do in the future. But, he's able to retire his parents in the next 2 to 3 years. That caught my attention. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I would like to evaluate the business. But back then, I was still living in Pennsylvania, right? So we drove 4 hours to New York to evaluate the business. But make the story short, at the end, I decided to purchase a ticket to go into one of our convention in Miami. By that time, I have no time and no money. But I asked myself that, even though I don't know whether this business is doable for me, but I asked myself that, is there anything else I can retire my parents earlier? Is there anything else I can do for my parents? Is there anything else I can do better to pursue a better life? And the answer is, oh no. That's why I said, I would rather give myself a chance to see it, to hear it, right? Rather than miss it, right? So the rest is a history. Coming back, really work with the system, really work with the team. And like Olivia talked about, a lot of times that we spend too much time on thinking about why we do it. But the easiest way in saving time, the easiest way is just to do it. And when we do it, and then we understand it, and that's what Mr. always talk about, that can save us a lot of time, all right? So today, my pleasure is to share with everyone the open box training. So what is open box training? So it is what we do after a new UFO register in the next 3 to 5 days. Once when they receive the products, right? We go into their house, we do the open box training because, for new people, that when they join the business, for sure they are excited, right? But at the same time, how many of us we still remember we were nervous. We don't know what we're gonna do, right? And we feel like in the future we don't have the clear direction. So open box training is like college orientation, right? When we go to orientation, what do you get? You know what to do, you know how to do it, you know what's gonna be like for the next 3 to 4 years. And that's exactly what we do in the open box training, all right? So why do we do it? First one, set them up. Set new UFO up for success. Right? Everything comes with a duplication, and every new UFO is like a new white sheet of paper. Does that make sense? The order is wrong, I know, but we want to make sure we duplicate the right things to them so they know what to do in the future, right? Because once when we register their mind, they might not understand right away, but they know what we should do. This is the right way, this is the system. So set them up for success. And number 2 is duplication. And everything that we do, we have to have a duplication in mind as a speaker and also the learner. Okay, what do I mean by that? For a speaker, we don't just say what we want to say, but we have to have a duplication in mind that, hey, today I share with you, I've shared with Olivia, so she know how to duplicate with her own people. That's a huge different mentality, right? I just want to say what I want to say, or I think about what I want to say so she can duplicate to her new partners. Huge mindset difference, okay? And second is for the receivers, right? When we come in here to learn, why Olivia spends so much time on digging down the selling about why we are here for, what's the purposes, right? So they also need to have a duplication in mind. Okay, today I received the information so I can duplicate back to my partners when I go back, to the people who cannot make it, for my future partners. So we will pay 200 extra attention to the information. Does that make sense? Right? So we have to have the duplication. And especially the tools and products. So the purposes of the open box training, first one is tools. What do I mean by tools? I don't want to be the only problem solver, because I don't want to give myself another 45-year plan. If I can deal with 3 people, 10 people, their questions, where to find the GMTSS, right? Why this product is great? What's heating process? Yes, I can handle it. But how about in the future we have 200 people, 1,000 people, every person asking you to do one appointment? Man, that's even more tired than 45-year plan. So we wanna duplicate to other people, first of all, how to find the answers by themselves. Because we register as what? Independent UFO. Right? So every information that Olivia talked about, it has to duplicate. Right? We teach once and then we get paid for the residual life. And number 2 is the products. What do I mean by products? When we duplicate products, massive use products. Bottom line. Right? So no matter what we do, our goal is what? For them to understand why using massive products is important. So they dare to use the product so they are able to get the results faster, because we build on product powered by people. If this person don't even like or willing to try enough products, how he able to get the transformation from himself? So we always talk about for new people, in the first 3 to 6 months, that's the best time for them to recruit and retail products. Because people can see their difference right away. People can say, wow, how come you become so focused, Elaine? Wow, your skin become glowing. What did you use? Right away. So we have to share with them why they need to use products. So the first 3 months, it really depends on our open box training. How well that we do determine how fast our new partner can grow. All right? So first of all, like I said, we want to focus on the product combination. Product regimen. Product combination regimen. Alright? So we want to write it down on the, not just telling them, Ron, you need to use this and that, but we want to write down how many capsules of the product they need to use on the bottle. Okay, we don't have picture today, but this is what we do to the customers and also new UFO. Because new UFO is just like what? Also our customer. And they are the VIP of the VIP customers. Retail to recruit, recruit to retail. So we want to make sure they get the most out of the products. So we want to write it down, okay, how many capsules in a day for them on the bottle, right? How many caps of the OPC3 a day on the bottle? Yes. After that, we also want to write it down on a piece of paper, and so they can stick on the refrigerator, right? Difference, right? Because when they see every single day, they know the morning regimen, afternoon regimen, evening regimens. And then when they forgot, they go back to the bottle to see how many they need to use it. So for example, last month we registered as a customer, a franchise owner in Philadelphia, right? This person only 24, 25 years old, because their family runs a huge traditional business in Philadelphia area. So his body is very weak, okay? A lot of stress, a lot of the social events, right? So he said that he has a back pain. He has to take the painkillers every single day, more than 2 pills to 3 pills. He has been there for 2 to 3 years. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is focus on what? fix that problem, right? A lot of times, if a person has a lot of problem, try focus on one or two first. Because when they see results, they believe in the products. Once when they believe in the products, they will treat you, wow, Yolanda, whatever that you said was right. So they were asking you more information. Isn't that's how we do retail?
Yes.
That's the same thing, right? So we tell him that, because your body too acid. So in the morning, you want to do what? Probiotics, enzyme. Enzyme, how many caps? 4 caps a day, right? And then after that, after about 30 minutes, you want to add on joint support. Bromelain. Okay, after the meal, you want to add in the protein shake and also complete green. And during the days, you want to massive use the fish oil and also glucosamine. All right, and at night, he also takes another 4 to 6 caps of the enzymes to really tox out the acid in his body. And only after 5 days, he texts us in the group chat. He said, "Great news, guys. In these past 2 days, I don't even need to remind myself to take the painkillers. Painkillers, he has been taking it for more than 2 years, but he forgot to take it, right? So the product really works, right? So that's why I say it's so important. We have to help him to write down on the bottle and also write down on the piece of paper so they know what to take and when to take it, all right? And after that, we also want to go over what? Product catalogs. Product catalogs. Well, we spend a lot of time going over the product catalogs. The first couple page is already a nice order. What products target what? Like heart health, digestive health, bone and joints. So they can get a basic idea. I will tell them what, Gerard, this. If you don't know how to recommend a product, if your friends have joint problems, look over to the first page. All the product is a great product to recommend. But for deeper information, you can definitely consult with your senior partner because everyone has different situation. But that's a general idea about what product can we recommend for bone and joint. Okay? And right afterwards, we go over product one by one. All right? So I'll go over OPC3, the product combination, OPC3 with ORAC and resveratrol. Best combination. Why? Even though they are all antioxidants, but it's like 1 + 1 = 11. It's that powerful, right? I'll also talk about if this person have an allergy, probably I will recommend is what? OPC3 plus vitamin C and also ORAC. So they register. They might not get it right away, but I want them to write it down on their product catalogs. Product catalogs. So in the future they know, okay, I forgot, this. I might forgot the conversation, but when they have a friend who also suffer in allergy, suffer in the heart disease, I say, you remember, Sean, we talked about at the first day of the open box training, you can actually look back to your catalog. Did you see over here, I talked about for the allergy and for heart disease, this is the right product to recommend. So I'm teaching what? I'm duplicating finding solutions. Instead of he or she always asking me, what do I recommend? Oh, what do we need to take? What product should we recommend for this and that? Right? So for the first and second time, I always make sure we be patient with them. A lot of times we feel like, what? Oh my God, Hannah, I told you already. Right? Hey, I told you already.
Yes.
Right? But remind ourselves, when we were new, we were probably even worse. Right? Our sponsor tells us 10 times and then we still bugging about them. Right? So make sure we always be patient with them. But at the same time, we have to have a duplication in mind. Okay? So going over the catalogs, number 2 is going over the getting started guide. Establish your franchise. So establish your franchise, that's what? The attitude and knowledge. That's the second page of the getting started guide. Why do I want to go over this? What's the most important thing in the attitude and knowledge? Commitments. Does that make sense? Right? What's the first few questions? Are you willing to commit 8 to 15 hours on a weekly basis? Are you at least willing to commit 1 year to the business? I'm not asking hey, you have to do 1 year with me. Right? This is forcing. I'm not getting his what? Agreements. But how about I tell her, this is the checklist. Check if you are willing to do it. So it's in her mind, okay, I'm willing to invest 1 year. I'm at least willing to invest 10 to 15 hours on a weekly basis for herself, but not for me. So that's the purpose of why we have to go over at least a few pages of the Getting Started guide, because we won't have enough time to finish everything. But this is the most important thing. I want their commitments. And number 2 is I want to know their goal and why. Right? If we're building the business for a while, we realize that a lot of people, they use their original why become the excuses not to continue the business or not to come out for the trainings. For example, our partner might have a beautiful children, right? They say that, I want to build this business because I want to spend more quality time with my children in the future. I want to provide the education funds for them, right? But meanwhile, the Region 1 coming up, Miami coming up, they tell you what? Billy, I cannot come because nobody takes care of my children, right? You only have one child, right? But I have 2 children. You don't understand my situation. I have to stay at home taking care of them, right? Or when we have a money issue at the beginning, when I joined the business at the beginning because I don't have money, right? But if I tell Olivia, hey, Olivia, I cannot go to the training because I don't have money, isn't that defeat the whole purpose? Why I joined the business? Nobody has too much time and money joining the business. How many of us did that? No, right? But we have to use that as a biggest why. That's why we need to go there again and again and again. Because I don't have enough money, that's why I need to go to more conventions so I can make money. Because I don't have enough time, so I know I keep doing the same thing for the next 3 to 5 years, I still don't have time, and maybe even less time. That's why I need to build this business faster. Right? So I want to know their goal and why. So once when they got distracted, I would tell them what? Adriana, at the beginning, did you tell me that you want to do this business for the personal growth and also for your mom? Right? But never ever forget that, because the team's still here. Hey, let's do it one more time. The next convention, you can decide whether you want to keep building. Right? But trust me, that will be your best event. Because you will realize that, wow, this business is so powerful. And you're going to see the whole picture. Right? And reset again. So I want to know their goals and why, so we can always remind each other. And number 3 is we have to set up ABC trainings. Because once when I know about Adriana's why, I say, that's great, Adrian, right? So you want to retire your mom in 1 year. So that means you want to make how much extra so you can probably cut off some of your part-time job, or you can from full-time to part-time. So once when I know her goal, I will tell her, that's great. So once when we know what we want to have, let's set the time for the training. Because don't you guys agree? Because without the training, we can never make the money. We have to change ourselves first. You know what this business is, so we can share with other people. You have to, in order to sell the products, you have to know the science behind it, at least the ingredients. But meanwhile, when we're using the products, that's the best way to share the product with other people, right? So Adri, based on your current schedule right now, let's set the ABC training that we are able to customize it based on your current situation. So you know how to show the plan, you know how to show the product. So every single week, twice a week, when will be the best time for you? Right? So once when I get their time, it's so much easier for us doing the follow-up. Because this business, we do it what? Part-time. But it has to be full-time thinking. So we always talk about, if we don't see a partner, at least minimum 3 times a week, this person probably is not a go now. If we only get to see this person once a week, this person is hanging there. If we get to only see this person once in a month, be careful. Right? But at the same time, you know where you invest your time in, right? Because we all average individuals, right? Even disciplined person needs a disciplined environment to stay in focus. Right? So same thing applies to me at the same time, right? At the beginning, I want to plug myself into every single training, as many as possible. Why? I need to get more knowledge, get more skills, because if we are who we are, and who we are, and we already have the ability to make this business happen, we already directors. We already executive directors. We already hit the pin level that we want. or we already jumping pin level every 3 to 6 months. But the only reason why we are not getting the things that we want is we are not there yet. In terms of mindset, personality, we are not doing enough actions. So that's why training is what? Helping us to transform to another new person. Right? You know, Adri is one of our new partner. The first 3 months, she actually recruit a lot of people. And the only reason why is what? Because she committed to this business. People used to see her in parties, somewhere, social events. But since that, when she joined the business, when her friend invite her to go out, she always say no, no, no. People say, what's wrong with you? How come I don't see you anymore? And she said what? What did you say? I'm busy building a business, right? So people see the difference. Wow, this lady is serious, right? Asking first time, second time, third time, still not coming out. Wow, I really want to check it out, right? So, you know, our newest EC and also one of she sponsored new people, Sean, and also our newest executive coordinator. Right? And Miami was your first event, right? Oh, as a guest. But this time, as a North Carolina, 6 months, she has more than 13 people under her.
Wow. Challenge winner.
And also challenge winner for Region 2, top 10. Right? So it really depends on us. Right? A lot of people complain, how come I'm not getting the results that we want? Because we are not changing fast enough. So we always talk about the faster we change, the faster money that we make. Okay? And number 3, if I can do it, everyone can do it. Seriously. Duplicate tools. And like I said, there's a lot of tools. We don't want to become the only problem solver. There's a reason why company give out a lot of tools for us to building our business, right? So for example, going over the getting started guide. We're going over the flip chart. Right? Tell them that you can feel free in this next week. Flip over the flip chart. At least you know what this business is about, right? You know how to show the plan and everything. How about the annual report? A lot of great information in there about our corporate team, about our vision, and also our mission statements, and also our Million Club members, right? So they have to read something. We want them to educate themselves. Because there's a huge difference that you're telling some others some information compared to they study the information by themselves. Right? So you want to get what? Their initiative, their proactiveness into their business. So I love Johnson Lee always talk about the fastest way to build a business, build a partner, is make them from inactive to become active. That means proactive within their own business. Basically treat this business as their own business, all right? And how about the career manuals? And where do we want to put it at? The bathroom, right? Every single day, 5 to 10 minutes, understand who we are, what we do, and laws and regulations. If we invest $1 million in McDonald's, are we gonna read the career manuals?
Yes.
We do, but how come we don't read our career manuals? Because we only invest $1,000, $2,000 into the business. Right? We don't treat it like $1 million business. Career menus. How about most important thing is audios. Okay? And audios, I'll always I'll show them right away how to download our unfranchised media, so they can always program their mind when they are cooking, when they are driving, everything. So one of our newest partner, Sharon, she actually speaks Cantonese. So her Chinese was not that good. But we were doing ABC training together, only 3 months, amazing personal growth. Because she always sure that doesn't matter where she is, she always put on the audios. Always, right? So right now she speaks fluent Chinese, and especially we're on the bus. So fluent, the logic is right there, and really inspire a lot of people because she put in the work behind the stage. So does that make sense? It's not about what we do right here. It's great that we come in here, but more importantly is what we do when nobody sees us.
Yes.
When nobody sees us, it takes our discipline, our commitment for ourselves, what we do. When we have a free day, are we studying for ourselves? Are we upgrading ourselves? Or we feel like, wow, it's time to relax. Right? So audio is huge. I'll tell them to download the unfinished media and also download the OPair Lite. And recently, everyone using different apps, okay? But talk to your senior partner, what is the greatest app for your team to use? But for me, it's All Player Lite. I always share send them some of our recordings because I feel like that's more targetable. That means what? If a mom who have 2 children or 3 children, they have a time conflict. They always tell me I cannot come to the training. I will send them what? Karen's audio, 2-minute commercial, because she has 6 children, right? 2 triplets, and also she always work at night. But every single Friday, Wednesday, she's still coming to the training. Sometimes more than 36 hours, she cannot get sleep, right? And that's more than what? More than 4 or 5 years already. In the past 4 or 5 years, she has been doing that. Also, our professional coordinator, right, making 45 to 75, right? If someone who have a accounting background, accountant, I would send what? Kathy's 2-minute commercial because she joined the business for tax benefits. So when we listen to the 2-minute commercial, do not just hear it because I saw Ms. Wu have everyone's 2-minute commercial. So you never know who we're gonna recruit or who is gonna join our business. We can always send the audio to them. They can match their personality and background. Okay? So have to download the audios. Number 4, Circle IBV products on the catalog. Right? That's another topic. Why do we focus on IBV and BV? Right? But we want our new partners to understand which ones are IBV products. Because don't you guys agree it's kind of hard to explain at the beginning? How do they find IBV products? And also why do we do IBV? But as long as we just tell them, first of all, circle the IBV products. Helen, in the next 2.5 months, after 2.5 months, you're gonna have your auto ship, okay? And the requirement for you is 50 BV and 10 IBV. So let's circle all the IBV products for you right now. So when you change your auto ship, you know where to find the products at. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? So I'll help them to circle all the IBV products from the front to the back. And afterwards, I'll tell them at the same time, in the future when you order products, you always order IBV first. And the reason why is you want to earn 2 checks at the same time. Okay? And if this person is very business-minded, they want to know why, I will show them why doing shopping annuity. Earning 2 checks at the same time, and with the duplication in mind, that team duplicate what you do. If you only order BV products, you're thinking about, okay, let me finish my 5,000 weekly basis, and then I order IBV, then our people will think the same too in the future. So everything starts from ourselves first. What kind of team culture that we want? It starts from us. Okay? So circle IBV products. Number 5 is I will share with them the shopping annuity concept. Why do we do shopping annuity? It's all about convert spending into earning. We don't need to require extra investments into this business, but we simply change the things that we buy daily into shop.com's brands. And also, instead of going to Macy's, but right now we go to what? Shop.com and then Macy's. First of all, we get paid the cashback. At the same time, we get paid advertising money. So I'll tell them how to hit the requirements, $3,000 every single quarter, and also 1,500 BV, right? But it's very simple. Talk about Race.com, Jet.com, Box.com, all the common stores that they usually buy it from. Okay, and you know, especially this time, Mark actually teaches us how to quadruple dipping. Yep. Yeah. Right? You only need to spend $500, but at the result, you can actually get $2,000 worth of the money that you invest into our shopping annuity. Right? So I'll share this concept with them, teach them how to use our shop.com through Race, to Jet, to Box, right? To every single thing that he is already buying. And also we want to go over the unfranchise.com. We want to go over the Phone 1000, teach them how to do it, right? But do not just say it, but helping them to write it down. You're going to customers, create sales receipt, how to create that from your order tracking, so they know what to do in the future. And trust me, when they're doing their second time of the Phone 1000, do they still remember?
No.
No. But be what? Be patient, right? Be patient with it. That's fine. But let's look at the notes that we took last time, and do it with them again. Do it with them again, so they will remember. Most likely, the third time they can do it by themselves. And when we do that, they will duplicate to their partners too. They will also write it down with their partners. Instead, you have to tell every single one of your partners how to do from 1,000, right? Also tell them how to take in orders. And we want to share with them how to check how to change the auto shoot. Okay, and I also duplicate that in my team is. I always tell my partner, Christina, so if she is my new partner, Christina is my new partner, I will go to the auto shoot, I will write down the dates. Okay, September 29 is your first auto shoot. Okay, but the latest time to change your auto shoot is the Tuesday before that, the Friday. So I want you to write down on your calendar. I will also write down on my calendar. So I'll remind you, you have to change your auto shoot. Okay? Why I want to write down on my calendar? Because it's my responsibility.
Yes.
Because I signed her up. And most likely, majority of the new people, they will forget to change their products. So if they don't change the product, it's her fault or my fault? Her fault, right? But we want to minimize the conflicts. How about adding one more step on my calendar so I can remind her, Christina, this Friday, make sure you change your auto shoot so you can get the products that you want by next Tuesday. Because when she get the products that with the same order, OPC, calcium, and multivitamin, she will be like, what? Oh, I know it's my fault, but I don't need this product, or I need some other products, right? Why do we want to create problems? So I always want to do double security, right? I have her to write down and also write down mine for new people, but only for first time. But I'll tell them since that, in every single month, the third week is your auto shoot comes out. So the second Tuesday or second Friday, you have to always remind yourself to change the auto shoot. Is that okay for you? Great, right? So that's how we create a duplication with our open box training, right? So this order is, do we have to go over everything or do we have to go certain orders? No, everything is flexible. It depends on this person's commitments. It depends on this person, the time, because somebody has no patience at the beginning, right? They probably can only focus on what, an hour, 30 minutes. But if we want to go over everything, probably will be what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We lost track anyways. So everything can be adjusted. It's really based on the currency, the person condition. And if we are not finished, we only finish half, we can always tell them, hey Benson, let's book another time. And then continue other information that you need to be aware in order to build your unfranchised business. So the bottom line is duplication really starts from ourselves. Open box training determine whether this person can have a huge stepping stone, right, to become successful in the future. And everything comes down from us. Are we making a right duplication, or are we just registering people without any purposes? Okay, so we are the owner of our business, and duplication for ourselves with the culture. All right, thank you so much.
Great, let's take a picture first.